What's up, my friends? Jesse Listens Fields here, back with another episode of Healthy Loving Relationship. It's here where we firmly understand and believe that it's only when you truly have love for yourself, that's when and only when will you receive that love from that man in your life that you desire and deserve. So let's get right down to it. Being Mary Jane. This show is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's perhaps one of my all-time most favorite shows, and honestly, they took it off the air too soon. I really think they could have did a couple more years with this show. So much to be said. First of all, Gabrielle Union. Come on, talk about it, right? Who else to play such a role? If you know anything about her story, and if you don't know, you need to find out, right? She dealt with some real challenges. She dealt with trauma. But through it all, she turned tragedy into triumph, right? Although unfortunate circumstances happened to her, she exudes confidence, and you never see her playing a victim, but quite the opposite, a victor, right? So actually, Gabrielle Union is absolutely incredible. But the role she played in Being Mary Jane, she played the character of Mary Jane Paul. And this show is so powerful, and it stuck with me, and hopefully this show resonates with you. But there's so much to be said about this show. But honestly, one thing we can glean from this show and how you can use is essentially how Mary Jane Paul got the love she wanted out of her life. And she did it in one particular way, and I think you would really appreciate, right? Now, Mary Jane Paul, most certainly she was sexy, she was intelligent, she was successful, but most importantly, and this is the one quality I firmly believe you must have if you are going to be successful in having that love life and receiving that love that you desire and deserve from your man. Mary Jane Paul practiced self-awareness. Now, what on earth is self-awareness? Self-awareness is essentially the ability to see inside yourself objectively and clearly, right? It's when we're working towards having our thoughts, our actions, and our feelings all meet up with our internal standards and values. And Mary Jane Paul did this on many different levels. And I'm going to give you two pieces of proof that she did this, right? First of all, if you know anything about the show, if you remember her house, what was the thing that was hung up on her walls, right? Hung up in her bathroom, and especially on her bathroom mirror. Very important, right? Because that's the first thing we see. One of the first things we see when we first wake up, and one of the last things we see when we go to bed. She had sticky notes, right? But what she wrote on the sticky notes was so important. She did any and everything to big herself up, and she wrote it down. So affirmations, words of encouragement, quotes. She always bigged herself up. And if you're going to be successful in achieving the love life you want, you must be assured and fully love yourself every chance that you get, right? So that's one proof that she practiced self-awareness. Now, another big piece of proof was when she was seeing a therapist, and the therapist taught her a very important, powerful activity, which is called the Jhari Window, right? Now, if you want to know about this particular activity and how to do it yourself, I'm certain you'll find another video somewhere along this platform where you can find out how to do the Jhari Window yourself. But essentially, Jhari Window is a self-awareness activity where you get to learn more about yourself, as well as the relationships, the close, intimate relationships in your life, right? So those are two pieces of proof that the character Gabrielle Union played, Mary Jane Paul, practiced self-awareness, and I'm telling you, self-awareness has more staying power than anything you can possibly wear, anything that you can possibly put on in terms of makeup. No matter how many wigs you don't put on, I'm telling you, self-awareness, so much more staying power. And you show up more authentic, when you have an awareness of yourself. And I'm just going to end it right here. Honestly, healthy men, they don't care about perfection. What they care about is authenticity, right? Because you can only pull off perfection for so long before your true colors start, right? And you want to end how you start. But when you are authentic from the jump, you're showing up so much stronger, all right? So in the end, let's practice self-awareness to get that love life that we want. Again, this is Jesse Fields, Healthy Love and Relationship. Let's get out there and get the love life that we want. And if you want more information, jump on healthyloveandrelationship.com, where I show you how to stop being taken for granted and receive the love and appreciation you desire. Don't forget to click subscribe, hit like,